What is happening, family? What do we got here? We got Infarm. You heard of them? Set in talks go public with Kernel Spac, Kernel Group Holdings. A transaction would value the combined entity at more than $1 billion. Said people familiar with matters. Rumor represented Kernel, San Francisco-based Kernel, led CEO Mark Gross, the former CEO of Super Value. I think it's like a food for less, cheap grocery store, raised about $305 million this last February. Initial public offering. Infarm, led by co-founder Eric, makes a so-called growing center, which at 10 meters, which is, say, 30-ish feet, by 18 meters, all right, by 30, 40, 40-ish feet, 50-ish feet, 30 by 50, high generates the crop equivalent as much as 10,000 square meters of farmland. They can take 6 weeks to build, occupy 25 square meters of ground space, and have up to 10 million liters or 2.6 gallons of water per year. So this is like indoor farming. I like it. I'm kind of confused. So I have no proof. I see no proof that they actually even have this thing. The only thing I could find on their site was this, which is just like an article thing that came out, right? But here's the deal. It kind of, looks kind of photoshopped. I don't know that this is it. I mean, it looks like it could be divided right here. This could be a division line. See, maybe you can just like stack these things. I love that. I totally love that. It's modular, so let's say you've only got a half acre. You could probably put five of these things on a half acre of land. And imagine if this thing rotates like the carpets at Home Depot, where you can just say next, and then the next one like rotates up, and it's like one big huge revolving thing in here getting you the next plants to harvest or whatever. This is crazy. My problem though is it's kind of that thing where I don't think we have this yet. I think this is just coming, but they're saying in Berlin, Infarm introduces its high-capacity cloud-connected, so of course, computers going to help this in February of this year in Germany, the world's fastest-growing urban farming company, available in 10 countries, 30 cities, thousands of stores already, continue to roll out the vision of their global, interconnected, sustainable, highly efficient farming ecosystems, $3 trillion global fruit. Yeah, they're touting the whole cloud connectivity. Yep, we get it. They're showing how they're going to save money from regular farming. We get that already also, how small they are. We already talked about that. Access to fresh local food, places like urban cities like, in Asia or New York or Seattle or wherever, man. Alaska, I don't know. Safeway, they're in. Sobeys, thrift stores, Whole Foods, that's Amazon, Marks & Spencer, Kroger, Aldi, Amazon, Casino, they're in places. Entire Infarm network is connected to a central farming brain that gathers more than 50,000 growth, color, spectral data through the plant's lifetime. This is great. They're using, data, AI, I'm sure. Collected a bunch of data points so they can make AI. It's cool. It's going to be good for the environment. Producing 450 million plants across its network, including, they're saying by 2025, their plan is to establish 100 growing centers, equivalent to 1.5 million square feet of farmland, producing almost 500 million plants across its network, expanding the market. So I think this is probably a good thing for Spacs, man. I think it's cool, but just don't think this is going to come out and looks like it's already rocking and rolling. Here's a couple pictures here. I'm all for this, though. I'll buy an acre of land or a half acre of land just to throw like 5 of these on it and be the local green, I don't know. I think it's cool how it's kind of the mobile solution versus like aero farms. But again, it seems like it's still in pipe dream mode. This is their YouTube. I was trying to find any videos. This one's from like a year and a half ago, but what they're showing here is like in, what is this, like a Safeway or something like that? See, they just have this little grow station in the background here. See, this is how they're going to market it in the supermarkets. So you've got this tiny little shelf thing. I mean, I think this is cool because it's going to help sell stuff. I just don't know if it's truly scalable. Like, dude, if they really start buying this, how are they going to restock it? I guess they probably have that figured out in the back of the store, right? But I think it'll be really good to sell it because you got the UV, lights powering it. People are going to want the Infarm brand. So I think that's kind of cool that they got that. But that's like it. I don't see any real pictures or videos of this thing, which is fine. I just don't think it's happening, so I just don't think it's going to. The website's cool, but it's just lacking the hardcore information that I want. Showing all the different greens you can get, water saved. I like it. I like it. But here's the deal: is Aero Farms. Remember this one, ticker SV. You can get these commons for 10 cents more than them, and it's already LOI'd. And they've got tons and tons of videos showing them doing it. And these guys is kind of a different play because they're buying like big warehouses and stacking them up. I think they're saying like $50 million franchise fee to franchise these out, which is fine. I don't know. It's yin and yang. I'd rather have a bunch of $50 million farms than a bunch of $10,000 farms, right? That just barely produce anything. I mean, they're both cool. I want them both, but right now I'm still definitely more sold on Aero Farms. They seem to be more along the way. There's been quite a few articles that have been out, though, about this. Urban Farming Company introduces automated modular growth centers. So I think they're pitching it right. Through their site, though, they do have a map. And this was interesting to me. Find us. So I don't know. I guess they don't have those modular places yet, but they're making this stuff somewhere. But in the UK, it says there are 510 locations, like grocery stores. Maybe over in Asia, 5. United States, we've got 53 outside of Seattle and 3 in Michigan or something. It's kind of cool. You can zoom in and they'll show you the exact stores where you can buy it. But why don't they have pictures of the actual warehouse where you're buying this thing? That's what I'm not understanding here. So I don't know. What do y'all think? I think it's cool. Warrants, last time I checked, were around like $1.20, which is fine. I mean, if this ends up getting it, I'm sure that we're going to be way above that. I still think this one, though, is better than the NOVS play, Noves. Where they're doing the Kentucky land. They were just making tomatoes. That one's cool too, but this one's kind of got that tech thing going on. So I think you might get some Central Valley love in here. The cloud computing, they're pitching on it. I think the other one did too, but I don't know. The modular thing, I think, is going to help sell it to the hipster nation too. What do you think? Move on to the next one.